Okay, so for this one, the first line at the top is a little bit different because when you weave these ones, you have this stitch and this stitch, which you are going to weave into. When it comes to the top, we're missing this stitch because of the design. So instead you've got the black dots. So the first line is a little bit peculiar. So we're going to come up at that dot, we're going to go underneath 2, and then we're going to go underneath that one to make the V. But to finish that stitch off, we can't weave it, so we're going to take it down the black dot that's there, and then we're going to have to come up again really close. Oh, I came too close. Maybe if I go in and out, that would help. There we go. And then we're going to carry on weaving. So as I said, this first row is a bit odd. And actually, if you do just do a really tiny, almost back stitch in and out, then you won't undo what you've done. Give it a tug. So you're always weaving under the running stitches. You're not going in the crosses at all. The crosses are the inside of the design, so they don't have any, the inside of the diamond pattern, so they don't have any weaving at all on this one. Okay, and here's the end. Okay. So now we can do the pattern properly once we've done that one. So as I said, this is a variation on a Japanese tortoiseshell pattern, and sometimes you see it where you've just got the weaving and you don't have crosses inside, and sometimes you do it when the length of these sides are the same length as this one, so you can see a regular hexagon as opposed to this irregular sized hexagon. So there are lots of different variations of this. It's a very common pattern that you will see. So we've just gone to here. We're going to miss out, so this is the center of our hexagon, so we're going to come up at the top of the previous one and we're going to weave under, going up and down, and again we're going to hide our thread behind that stitch. And weave under those 3. Give that a tug so that it's hidden. It's not so bad when if you're using the same colour as your first stitches, then you don't need to worry too much about that. Then I'm going down that side and then up again. You can see the pattern forming now. Down, up, down, up. Oh, and I've just noticed that I've forgotten to actually stitch that, so I'm going to have to go back and do that afterwards. Okay, now that you're at the end, you don't actually need to take your thread down at the bottom there, do we? Oh yeah, no we do. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different pattern. We do we? No, we don't. Because you just turn it and keep going. Sorry, I got myself confused a little bit, but what will happen is if you pull it too tight, it will pull that stitch completely. So you do have to leave a bit of give there, okay? Now we go back up. And down. Okay. Now the reason I got confused there is if you see on this side, this is half a hexagon where you've got this big gap here. You do need to take your thread through to the back. So I'm going to have to take my thread through to the back there and come up here. Whereas on this side, because we were going up and then down again, you don't have to take your thread through to the back because you're going to come up again there. But it's up to you whether you want to, because it does leave a little bit of a twist. So it's personal choice, really. So I'm going to go down and up. So a lot of sashiko is to do with the flow and not having to kind of stop, which is why you have very long thread compared to when we would cut embroidery floss. So it's all about, and this is why the weaving is great, because once you've done your base layer of stitching, you just speed along with the long thread. And there we go, that's the end